Hi folks, here we are doing one of my favorite things. We're down in a ranch here in South Dakota, and there's a bunch of old cars and trucks that have been abandoned here for decades. So we're going to walk through them, see if we can buy some stuff and show you what there is. So just enjoy the video. All right, we're going to start in this row here. And you know, I apologize ahead for the grass noise, but we got a lot of dry. It's been winter, so the grass is all dead and crunchy here. So you're going to catch some grass noise, but we'll walk up this row and show you what there is. Now, we were just dealing with the guy, and I ended up buying this one. This is an F100, and somebody put a flatbed on it, but I think I can find a pickup box and rear fenders to put on it. And we got a coupe and a few things, but I ended up buying this one, and the one at the end of the row here is an F1. And we're going to come back and try, you know, I'll try to get as many of these as we can, but you got to start somewhere. So anyway, this one here is like a 48 to 50 F6. It's got a really long wheelbase. Somebody put a tandem axle back there, a bogie axle, but that grill style is 48 to 50. And I think there's a little difference on whether they have the letters there that say Ford across the grill. Could probably help you identify one of those years. So I'll show you how long this wheelbase is. Got a big rack body on there, and see the tandem axle. Here's your dual wheels, and that's another tandem back there. So that's that one. From there, we'll jump over to this one. This is one of the ones that I bought, and it's got a 6-cylinder engine in it. And I think this is a 55, judging from that grill. That's an F100. And then we got a Ford coupe. There's 3 of these Ford coupes here. I'll show you 2 more in a minute here. Now, these things are pretty solid. You can see we're in dry western South Dakota, so look at your floors and stuff. You know, not all rotted out like you'd have back east. They get kind of a nice haze of light surface rust, just a good patina to them. And makes it good for finding sheet metal out here. That's why we moved out here. I'm from New Hampshire originally and came out here looking for this kind of stuff that isn't all rotted out. These things back east would be rusted away to nothing years, decades ago. So this one, I believe, is a 47 or 8. It's got the parking light down there, the round one. If I'm wrong, you can tell me on the video. I think the other 2 might be the 46 style. They have a parking light up a little higher. I think this one's a 61 Chevy here. This is one of those with the roof that overhangs the rear window. The Bel Air model, 4-door. Got that kind of a funky rear window, but that is a good solid body on that. Pretty good solid project right there. Still got the original paint on it, looks like. Most of the interior is gone, cooked out of it. You got some seat springs in there. And here is what I think is a 38 Ford 2-door sedan humpback. Good solid old car. 1956 on the license plate. It's been off the road a while. There's some of the floor pans for the 46 to 8 style. And you can see it's still got all the dash in it. It's got a flathead motor under the hood there. Makes somebody a good hot rod. It's got the sealed beam conversions on the front. Originally they'd have the teardrop headlights, but that somebody at some point, probably 1940 or so, they switched the headlights to the sealed beam. Also here, got the 85 horse engine, nice little enamel badge on there. Kind of a good looking grill on these. So that one's a 38. This is a Ford Thunderbird here. Now, I'm not a big Thunderbird guy, so you guys on the video can let us know, but I think a 65 or 6. This one's got the phony Landau bars that might help you identify the year. But one thing about Thunderbirds is they have a really cool interior, like a cockpit style. Look at the little gauges. And it's got these interesting handles here. Sorry for the noise climbing in here, but see the pull handles on the vents and the wipers and stuff. I've got a radio down there, console. And it has these bucket seats, and it had like buckets in the back as well originally. So anyway, that's a Ford Thunderbird there. Looks like it was maybe a gold car originally. And we'll jump over to the truck here. Notice the directional signals too out on the fronts of the fenders and the hood scoop. Got the bird on the front right there. That one's got a little rust kind of sitting down in the dirt, but still, it is what it is. There's an F350. I think that one's a 53, I believe, from that grill, and that's the deluxe grill with the teeth on it. See the teeth in there? That's a deluxe model. I think these things are identify a deluxe as well. Notice the stainless steel vent window frames and stuff. That's all deluxe stuff. And not too bad a cab. If I buy that one, what I'd probably do is cut the frame here and just take the front of it, because that, to me, it's just parts, you know. Somebody might restore that, but for us, our business is selling parts and pieces mostly. So that's what we're after on that. Now this one, the guy wouldn't sell. This is I think a 48 maybe. This is the year that had the gas tank in the bed there. And it's got, notice, no vent window, and it's got the turn down handle. And it's also the Thrift Master. So this is the fancy model. You'll notice the stainless on the windshield, the stainless door garnishes and trim. Got the 5-window cab. And it's even got the hood ornament, which is an accessory. See that, the waterfall hood ornament, and the chrome grille. That's all makes for a fancier model. Now this guy had this since he was a teenager, so that one he wants to get up in the shed here and does not want to sell that one. And this one is a 48 to 50 F1, and we bought this from him. So I'm going to be hauling that one home. Show you got a few dings and dents, a little rust on the bed there, and it's kind of buried down in the ground here, so we're gonna have to dig it up out of resurrect it from the earth here. But that's what that is. That's an F1, so it's a half-ton short box. You can see inside there. Pretty solid cab on it, and a few dings and dents here. For you guys into these Ford trucks of this age, how often do you see one that isn't rusted along that front fender seam right there? Look at that. So it's a pretty dang solid pickup right there. So that one and the 55 down at the other end are going home with us first. And then we'll see what else we can get out of this place. But we'll jump up to the other stuff here. Some stuff further up behind me. And we're kind of walking our way up the hill here. Here's a Ford van. You guys are into these. This one's a custom Econoline 250, so it's a 3/4 ton van. But guys like to paint these all up, customize them. This one's got carpet all in the back. Got a V8 motor up there under the hood. There it is, Ford van. I'm kind of scanning around. There are a few tractors. This is kind of a cool trailer here. Nice heavy duty gooseneck trailer. Look at the, this is a furnace, I guess. Looks like it, yeah. That's all porcelain, kind of a brown porcelain on there. I like this trailer. It's a nice heavy duty trailer there. Got a transmission laying on the edge of it. Here's a Chevy truck here. It's a C30. That's a 1-ton. Pretty solid old pickup there. Here's another case where, how often do you see these Chevys of this age with no rust on the back of that front fender? I think they came from the factory new with rust on the back of the fender, so it's pretty rare to see one. It's not all rotted out like that. So there's that one. I'll show you these over here. There's a pretty cool crawler tractor here. I think it's an International maybe. It's got a bucket on it now. He says he's got a blade for it as well. I think he said it's an International engine, but the tractor itself is called a Draught. Now I don't know anything about these, so if you guys can identify this, you can. Let's see if I can get out of the. It's pretty hard to get a shot of that, but if you can identify it, let us know in the video. We always love comments, so give us some feedback on these things. Let us know what they are if you know something about them. Any history on them. There's that one. From there, we're going to jump over to another tractor I just saw over here. Then we'll get up behind me here. Check this John Deere out over here. There it is. A John Deere R. Still got the badge on the front there, see it? It's got the R on there. Now he's got the motor apart years ago. Looks like they pulled it apart. He says he's got all the pieces for it. So anybody that's into tractors, we can line you up with this stuff if you're actually wanting to buy something. Kind of cool old John Deere. Well, we're over on the south side here of his property. Got a Case tractor here. This is a diesel. Get on this side of it here, work with the sun a little bit. There it is. It's got a loader on it, a grapple fork. That's an old Case tractor there. You can see we're kind of overlooking the vehicles we just looked at. See some more stuff down in here. There's a cement mixer and stuff. We are going to get way down in the back there eventually. So we'll show you that when we get down there, but we're going to check these out over here first. You got the houses up this way and some more semis and stuff over here. So we'll walk over here, but this is why I love South Dakota right here. You got one car coming down a dusty road over there. Nobody to bother you. This is a beautiful day in early spring. It's about 70 degrees, nice and sunny, a little breeze going on, and just a great day to enjoy South Dakota right here. You got to take these days when you can, because we get the extreme cold, the extreme hot at certain times of the year. You got to get it while you can and enjoy it. Here's a International. This is a Snubnose Transtar right there. That one was a semi. You got the hitch on the back there. Here's another John Deere. It's a John Deere right there. And right next to it we got an 80 series diesel. When's the last time you saw one of these? A Snubnose diesel Chevy Spartan with a sleeper cab up on there. That thing is great. Look at that. I bet you somebody would love to have that. That's a really cool truck. Take a little walk around it here. Got the Chevy emblem out front. Looks like it even had a spotlight at one time right there. You can see inside there. There's where you do your driving. There's where you do your sleeping up in the back there. That's the sleeper cab. There's some air horns on the top. There's the model there, Chevy Spartan. And the model here, 80 diesel. So it's a pretty heavy series truck. You can see the diesel engine up under there. There it is. This one was a semi too. It's got saddle tanks. Got the hitch on the back. That's a pretty cool truck. I bet you somebody would really like to fix that one up. Got another Chevy truck here. Looks like a 57. Jump through this grass here. This one's a 6500 old farm truck. Got the rack body on the back. Pretty good looking cab on it. Little rust in the door bottoms, fender bottoms. That one's a 57. It's got the ribs up the hood. 55 and 6 has the same hood but no ribs on it. I think that's a 1 year deal there, 57. There's that one. There's another John Deere here. This one's a diesel. So like I say, anybody that, I'm not a big tractor expert, so I'm just showing you what I'm seeing. If you guys can identify it, let us know. There's a Ford. This is what they call a bullnose nowadays. They got a nickname for them. This one's an F350. It says on the fender there, so it'll be a 1-ton four-wheel drive. I thought it was an F250, but it looks like it's maybe a 1-ton. Then we got a little LTD wagon here, Ford wagon. Don't see these around every day anymore. There's that one. Jump over here, we see another tractor. This one looks like a Farmall. This is the old iron wheel farm all right there. That's kind of cool. From there we'll jump up to the top here and show you a couple of those. Well, we're on our way up to the top and run across this one. Didn't want to walk by it here, so we're going to check this out first. This looks like International, is it? Yeah, it's got the International Harvester emblems. This one does have a crack in the piston there. He said they had this running like 30-40 years ago, but it's been sitting a long time. The chain drive to the rear wheels there. He claimed it was a 1910. I don't know, because I'm not a tractor guy. Like I say, if you guys are into tractors and engines and stuff, let us know. If you can identify that tractor right there, it's pretty wild. I don't think you see too many of those sitting around anymore. Well, we got a Ford Custom here, 4-door sedan. And we got a F3 or a E350, big Ford bus there. Look at the old abandoned house here. I guess that's been empty for 50 plus years that he knows about. Looks like maybe a 8N or 9N or something. Ford tractor over on the edge there. Got a couple vans here, a Chevy, a Dodge, and we'll jump ahead to some of the older stuff. Look at the old pink trailer house, old mobile home. And here's a LTD Crown Vic. Old abandoned mobile home there. But we'll jump through to the older cars here. Got a couple tractors over this way we'll show you. There's the Chevy pickup I was talking about up in there. That's I think a 1-ton Chevy pickup. There's some cool pieces of fence right there. Gates. Look at the iron gates right there. Those are kind of interesting. I'll have to ask him about those. Here's a John Deere here. This one looks like a John Deere A, I believe. That one's in pretty decent shape, really. And here's an Alice Chalmers WD-45 right there. A nice smaller size tractor. So there's those two. From there we're going to jump over to the old cars over here. Well, here's a couple Ford coupes. Now these have the parking lights up on the top of the fender, notice. So I think these are probably 46s. There's two of those coupes, and look here, a Cameo pickup. That's not something you see every day. So that's a Cameo pickup. You don't see those in the wild very often. With the wide window, it's got the fiberglass bed. That one's a 58, so you don't see those very often. And here's the Ford coupes here. Pretty cool stuff. The kind of stuff you don't find around very often. Let's walk around these one more time. Check them out. So this is the Ford coupe. This one here is more complete. And I think both of these are 46s, judging from the, this is what I was talking about with the parking light. And we're trying to negotiate a deal on some more of these and the Cameo there. So we'll see. Walk around that one quick once. So this one, the grill's out, but the grill's sitting over there. It's a chrome grill, chrome front bumper. He's got all the trim for it. And this is pretty unusual because it's a 58 Cameo, which they didn't make very many of. I think they made 1,400 or so of these trucks. So not too many exist still. So this one's a 1-ton Chevy here. Apache 36. Actually, that's a 3/4 ton because it's a 36. 38 would be the 1-ton. Pretty cool looking little truck. That one's a 1958. Now we jump down here to the lower field. Show you what's down here. Got a new idea combine there. Quite a different bit of farm machinery. These plaques are kind of cool on here. Badges, new idea right there. Just fun seeing this old equipment around. One day none of this stuff will be around anymore. There goes a rabbit tearing out of the grass. You can see the beautiful scenery here, South Dakota. Wide open. There's our pickup over there. Look at the old semi-trailer here, the old livestock cattle pot or whatever you want to call it. People have their own terms for it, I guess, but for moving cattle. It's an interesting trailer. It's got a Keystone, must be made in Pennsylvania, maybe got a K on there. Maybe somebody can tell us in the video what that company was. Look at the spray rig there, almost looks like an airplane laying there. Well, here we are at a Ford car here. This is a 46-8 style Ford. The guy's looking for my dad. There he is. You can see him right there talking to the owner of the property. We've had a few requests to see Senior in the videos, so there you go. So these have been sitting out here a long time, decades. I think this was a donor for the coupes that we saw up the top there, so there's that one. We'll check out this International truck over here. Walk over to the other side here. Got another parts crawler there. This one's the International KB5. That's a cool looking old truck. One thing that's hard to find on these trucks are the headlight bezels. This has a nice pair of them right there. So you guys that are in the KBs know about those bezels, how hard they are to come by. And this one has a big boom on the back. Then it's got this rear axle here to work as a winch. And they'd have a cable from there to the boom to lift that boom up to lift bales or whatever they were loading. Anyway, there's the International right there. We'll jump over a little further here. Well, this one looks like a 39 Chevy right here. Also got kind of a nice grill guard there on that bumper in the grass. I don't know if you can see it there. You can see the name right on the top. Van Alken. That's a nice accessory piece. I've noticed we got one spoke wheel there, or slotted wheel, and we got a couple more up back here, so there might be a whole set around this place. But anyway, this one's a 39 Chevy car. And one thing that's kind of cool on here, these pistons are right up against the grill, but it does have the accessory grill pieces down there. Those are kind of hard to come by. There's the hood for it right in the grass here. That's a two-door sedan. This one's probably just a donor car. It's missing this door, but it's got some good parts. Look at the Bakelite shifter knob on there still. You think that would be all cooked out in the sun. But anyway, it's got the dash in it, the garnish moldings. Quite a few parts and pieces on it. There's a lot of farm implement stuff out here in the grass, and here's the back end of that one. Get through the grass here. These 39s had the cool tail light right on the back. That's one of the identifying markers, as well as the kind of funky headlights that sit right on top of the fender. Right there. And looks like we got, what is this, an old Huff payloader maybe? Kind of an interesting old Huff here. These are the kind of things you learn to spot. Here's a kind of a desirable wheel there. It's got a large diameter, like a high clearance wheel. There's a wide 5 Ford wheel there. Then there's a Chevy 6-lug wheel there for like a 50 Chevy pickup. But this wheel here is a high clearance one. This is a 17 and a half inch wheel, so that's a good piece right there. Something we'll try to get. And from here we'll jump over to those trucks there. Well, we got a couple semi cabs here. Both of them have the same style cab. They're a Snubnose flat front cab with a sleeper cab on the back. This one had tandem rear axles. Look at the big breather there. Big pipe coming up out of there. These are International. Pretty cool looking. Look at the AC unit on the top of there. That's some old school trucking right there. Look how far that one sunk into the ground. That's got to be probably a couple feet into the ground right there. And we'll check a couple tractors here. But we'll finish up the video over this way. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Give us thumbs up, give us good comments. All these things help with the YouTube algorithm. And the more it helps our algorithm there, the more videos we can do, the better off they do. And so you can enjoy watching them. Because we get all over the place. We got lots of swap meets, auctions, car corrals, ranches like this, just stuff we find around in South Dakota, Nebraska, North Dakota. We get all over the place. Well, anyway, here's a John Deere tractor with a loader on it. And we got one more tractor up here. We'll jump up here away. There's a bunch of farm equipment laying here and there. If you guys into tractors and farm stuff. And if you haven't already subscribed, please do so. But all these things really help. So, you know, if you get a chance to, even just a simple thumbs up, that really helps the video. So get it done if you can. We really appreciate it. And we're going to finish it here with this tractor. This is an International, looks like. Sorry for the grass noise here, but that's the best we could do with this deep grass. Got a nice day here, beginning of March. There it is, big chunky WD9 International McCormick. So anyway, there you go. Thanks for watching.